So I wanted to share a practice with you that connects to the whole area of intuition and how to live in a way that's more aligned with your true self. So a really practical way to do this is to literally check in, like to do a little check-in, get into the habit of doing this check-in throughout your day. And so what you can do is just place a hand on your heart, your chest area, the middle of your chest, another hand on your belly area. So you're checking in physically and then tuning into yourself, like verbally, literally talking to yourself and just saying, okay, I'm listening. What do you need? And that's literally it. So you're basically stopping whatever you're doing, especially when things get really busy or when you're really distracted or your head's a bit fried or there's a lot going on. You just start to build this habit of saying, hold on, it's okay. I'm listening. What do you need? And you can accompany that with a deep breath and a loud exhale, depending on where you are, making whatever noises you need. And it's really just that. You can do whatever variations of it feel right to you and add in whatever elements feel good. But really by sending yourself that physical signal that you're present, it can be powerful, really, really powerful tool. So it's simple but powerful when practiced over time and on an ongoing basis. And it's also got a really lovely kind of effect on the nervous system. So physiologically, it's super calming. You know, when you feel a little bit out of sorts or a little bit stressed out or very stressed out, that gesture of putting a hand on your chest and a hand on your belly just really sends a message that you're here and present. And it can be quite soothing at a physical level. And then accompanying that with a check-in. So it's literally saying, hold on a minute, I'm worthy of tuning into amidst all whatever's going on and checking in, really, really asking from the inside what form you're in, what's going on, what you need. And then listening to the answer. So that's the part that needs a few moments, you know, that you're creating space for by sending yourself that signal, and with that gesture you're offering yourself that little space in the busyness of life to really tune in and get an answer from within. And by putting your attention on the kind of heart space area or the chest and the belly, it's like you're dropping out of the mind and the head space, which is often where a lot of us are living our days. And in modern life, it's often, you know, necessary to be using the brain. But very often the other parts of us are not tuned into until things get a bit overwhelming or something like a bodily need gets too great or your emotions get overwhelming. So very often they're the other parts of ourselves that don't get tuned into. And for me, that's really what intuition is. It's a gut feeling, yes. It's that kind of inner knowing, that it kind of unquantifiable, deeper kind of just knowing. But one way to maybe conceptualize it is that it's really more of an alignment between the different parts of ourselves. So it's not just the mind making the decision and saying, I'm going to go for this, or the heart reacting emotionally and deciding what actions you take or what decisions you make, or just a gut feeling, because that can sometimes be a little bit more fear-based or reactive or primal. So really to tap into our true intuition, if you can get that more of that alignment between those three different centers in very simple terms, that can offer more of a solid foundation to make decisions, take actions, say things, live your life from a more solid kind of inner ground, a more solid inner foundation. So that's basically it. That's what I wanted to share with you. It's something that comes up a lot in my work. It's a practice that I find useful, that people I work with find useful, and it's super simple. It's really just, you know, the main thing is the reminder to do it. So often it's when we need it that we don't think of it, but just kind of practicing it, maybe setting a reminder or just playing around with it basically and seeing how it feels to do it. So yeah, stopping for a moment, hand on the heart, hand on the belly. I'm listening. What do you need? Listening to the answer and then following through on what you're being told. So that's the other part of it. So really building that feedback loop of trusting yourself by actually giving yourself what you need. And if it's not possible to do that in the moment, then giving it to yourself at some point later, and not too much later. So really following through on that kind of promise and that self-connection. And what you need could be very simple. It could be just needing to go to the toilet, or needing a drink, or needing some food. So it could be basic physiological need that hasn't been met because you're a little bit disconnected from your body in the busyness. Or what you need might be something more emotional, more at the kind of heart center. It might be a need for empathy, for connection, or it might be a need to get out of a situation that's not okay for you emotionally. So yeah, there's different needs at different levels, but really tuning in that way throughout the day means it's more likely that those needs will be met and those desires will be followed through on. So see if it's something you want to play with, and I'd love to hear how you find it, if you find it helpful or not, or if you have your own version of that, your own little triggers or techniques and practices that are simple. It's not about a whole ritual or a deeper meditation. It's really just a little check-in tool in different situations. So yeah, let me know if it's useful and what you think of it. Okay.